Let's talk about the discriminant. Well, when you got the quadratic formula of x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, the discriminant is this part. And what that part is going to tell you is how many solutions there are. What do I mean by that? Well, if we are working out b squared minus 4ac and it's positive or greater than 0, I should say, we would say that there are two real solutions. If I work it out and it's equal to 0, I would say that there is one real solution. And if it's less than 0, I would say that there are two imaginary solutions. So let's say I have x squared minus 6x plus 8 equals 0. And I want to know how many solutions there are to this equation. Well, I know that a is 1, b is negative 6, and c is 8. So I'm going to plug it into my discriminant, and that will tell me how many solutions there are. B squared is negative 6, so it's negative 6 squared minus 4 times a times c. Well, that's 36 minus 32, and that is 4. Now, I look at my chart up here, and 4 is greater than 0. So that means that there are two real solutions. So this number here, we will label the discriminant, and the answer that they're looking for is the two real solutions. So be mindful that they may ask you, what is the discriminant? So make sure you know the discriminant and label it. All right, let's say I have x squared minus 8x plus 16 equals 0. And I want to know what is the discriminant and how many solutions are there. So what I'll do is I will label A, B, and C. So A is 1, B is negative 8, and C is 16. Well, my discriminant is B squared minus 4AC. So B squared would be negative 8 squared minus 4 times A times C. Well, that's 64 minus 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 16 is 64. 64 minus 64 is 0. So my discriminant is 0. And I look up in my chart. If it equals 0, the answer is one real solution. All right, what if I have x squared plus 2x plus 3 equals 0? And I want to find the discriminant and how many solutions that this equation has. Well, I know that A is 1, B is 2, and C is 3. Well, I plug these into the discriminant to find out what the discriminant is going to be. So I'll plug this in as B squared. B is 2, so 2 squared minus 4 times A times C. Well, 2 squared is 4 minus 4 times 1 is 4 times 3 is 12. Well, 4 minus 12 is negative 8. So my discriminant is negative 8. And I look up here in my chart and I see that if my discriminant is less than 0, which negative numbers are less than 0, that means there are 2 imaginary solutions. And that's how you use the discriminant to find the number of solutions of an equation.